to the Madhouse podcast. I'm Maddie Smith. Another amazing Wednesday here at Guest Digital Studios. The Everything But the Ass tour has kicked off. Yes, I named it myself. It's a funny joke about how I have no ass, but also how when people say when they have sex, it's everything but the ass. So if that went over your head, all good. You have everything but the head. So we are coming out tonight. I'm going to be in Canada. So if you still want to get last minute tickets to Vancouver Just for Laughs show, I'm going to be out there. SUNNYVALE, California, coming up. Phoenix, Arizona, February. I can't talk. Washington, D.C. coming up. Denver coming up. Chicago coming up. One night only at the Den Theater. Then we're going to Hoboken, one show at Willie McBride's. Other cities include Austin, Texas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Fort Collins, Colorado, and Albuquerque, New Mexico in July. All right, so MaddySmithComedy.com to get your tickets to the Everything But the Ass tour. Thank you guys to everyone who's been coming out. Another shout out, we got merch in the building, okay? So if you like what I do, look at this, Maddie with the Fatty. That's a good shirt. That's a good shirt. MaddySmithComedy.com/merch. We got a couple options along with the Madhouse koozies, okay? Before we get started, I received a package and I'm going to open it. And if it's inappropriate, we have to cut this out. But it has Valentine's Day wrapping, so I'm going to guess if it's from a guy who wants to suck my pussy lips. So let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, let's see.
Oh my God, is it a letter?
Oh boy.
An engagement ring.
Okay, let's see.
A cock ring.
Play the trombone here. Oh, that's cute.
Oh my God.
Dear Maddie, I know this is an old-fashioned approach, but compared to reading nasty Instagram messages, I'm hoping you find this letter charming. Maybe you remember me from your Thursday night show in Baltimore. I had a great time, and I hope there's a way to get to know you. Oh, God. Better. Would you like to go on a date sometime when you aren't on the road? I get back to New York City often, and I have no problem coming up to see you. I'm an honest guy. I have a good job in logistics, don't drive much, and want to support your career as best I can. Maybe I'll make you laugh, too. It is very hard to meet people, so why don't we see if we have a connection? I hope you like the ring and are thinking about this possibility on Valentine's Day. What do you think? If I'm going to shoot my shot with Maddie Smith, I had to try something different. There are millions of other schmucks you could choose from. P.S. I'm a 2.5 milligram edible guy at most. Above that, I need sedatives from the emergency room. I hope that doesn't dissuade you. Yours truly, Barry. And Barry sent us a little photo of us together, which I'll frame. Oh, put it on the wall. Put it on the wall. There's one behind you. Put it right on the wall.
Where's the
Look,
pin?
I'm on it.
Oh.
Here we go. Barry, I really appreciate the letter. I feel like it's unknown if I can go on a date with you, mostly because I'm just so busy. But we will hang this photo up and appreciate your honest love along with this beautiful ring. Thank you so much, Barry. Actually, it's pretty cute. It's 15,000 carats. Yes, a million times yes. Thank you. I appreciate you sending this letter. I will save it in my archives. I love this little book thingy. I'm unavailable for dates at the moment. If only because I'm celibate. So thank you to the fan mail. Yeah, stay tuned. We got an episode with comedian Dominic Leonelli. He does the Dry Salami podcast, and he's hilarious. We shoot the shit. We talk about starting comedy in New York City, cruise ship comedy, working at car dealerships, and more. Thank you guys who listen every week. Pop a little comment if you like what you see. And see you on the flip side. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Madhouse. Back right now with a very special guest. You know him from the Dry Salami podcast, touring, out and about, just returned to New York City after doing the cruises for 3 years.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Big Apple, Dominic Leonelli.
Damn, you could do that?
Yeah, I can.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a Cardi B. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. What is good? What's happening? Tell me everything. You got a little poppy in your hand. That's that healthy soda.
I'm hooked on these. They're probably, I guarantee this is way worse than Coke. Who knows?
I feel like those have like that fiber in it that made me shit my brains out once.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what's been making me shit is mushrooms, honestly.
Like the
not
drugs?
To bring it up.
The drugs? Okay, yeah.
I think it's poison. You're probably right about that.
Yeah, so we were talking the other day about like, is it bad to do a trip after? Because I did a fuck ton of mushrooms like a few months ago, and then the next day I was like, well, I could still do some, but it felt like kind of dangerous. My brain felt a little dehydrated.
I know that
Is that
feeling.
bad though?
Yeah, it's like I was feeling like somebody was behind me for 2 weeks straight. I literally keep turning around. Like I don't know if I caused permanent damage or
Yes, maybe. I feel very wrung out the day after a big trip.
Like 2-3 days into it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing the thing where you just do a little bit every day.
Yeah, a little microdosing.
Like 3 weeks or whatever.
And when you say a little bit, how much is
like
that?
Like a gram.
Okay, so that seems like a lot.
Enough to make you not be able to read.
Is it crazy when you do shrooms and you look at your phone, it looks Arabic?
Yeah.
All the letters are bouncing out at you.
It really does. I was doing a pod and the whole idea of the pod or whatever it was, I don't even know if it was a pod, but whatever it was, they keep handing me the phone to read. I'm like, bro, like, first off, I can't read. Number two.
First off, I can't read.
I'm on mushrooms and these are like fucking 11th grade words that you're throwing at me.
They're asking you to pronounce conspicuous, inconspicuous, pseudo conspicuous.
Yeah.
So are you not doing shrooms like this month? What's your? What
no, I got them on me in my bag. I'm on them right now.
You didn't offer me any.
Did you want to do it before the pod?
It's all good. Yeah, I guess if I took them now, it would be like 2 hours. Then I'd be 2 hours from now. I'd be kicking.
Everybody's talking.
You can do it. When I'm on shrooms, my brain moves too fast for my mouth sometimes.
Oh,
There's a million things I want to say. My mouth can't make it happen.
Yeah, I'll get on those late night conversations when I'm just alone. It's wintertime. I'm not going out. And I'm like talking to friends and I'm just like realizing like, what the fuck am I even saying?
Literally, what the fuck am I talking about? We're like watching the Super Bowl. I'm on shrooms. I'm like nitpicking commercials. Did you see that guy's jeans? Wait, go back.
Yeah, they were breathing.
Oh my God, they were on fire. Did you see Kendrick Lamar? He was floating. Yeah, there's sometimes you don't need to be on them. But for me, it's the ultimate because I don't drink anymore.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Man, that's a battle.
It was, I'm 10 months off.
To what, crying in front of 7-Eleven? You miss doing that?
I miss pissing my pants.
Oh my God.
In front of people I don't know. I miss projectile vomiting. I miss throwing up bile until 6 p.m. the next day.
The worst is pissing your pants.
Yes, it is.
I just had a situation like that. I've been hanging out with people with money now. Like,
okay.
It's like they hit me up on Instagram, like, "Oh, can I take you to dinner or something?"
Really?
And, yeah,
because they
like
see your videos and
yeah,
they're like, "Oh, you're cool."
At first, I'm like, "Oh, this is fucking stupid," but then then they offer you some money. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go to
I'll be there."
House. Yeah.
And so they say, is it influencers or just?
It's just honestly, it's
people who want a little jester around.
Random Italian dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they gay or no? They just want
no. That's what I thought at first.
Right.
So I was letting it go. But they just like hanging out with. To them, we're famous, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
It's like, what am I gonna tell you at dinner? Like,
yeah.
The dude I did a show. He goes, "Hey, hold my drink," and I'm like, "I'm not a bitch. Like, I'm over here talking to a girl. I'm trying to game her up. I can't hold your drink. I'm trying to spit game, right?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Dude, put it down over there." And he's like, he puts it down. He goes, "You just fucked up," and he pulls out this wad of money. He's like, "I was gonna give you 500, but I'm just giving you 100."
Damn, little bitch. But he probably wouldn't have given you 500. He was
talking.
He was
shit.
just
right.
Trying
the
to
girl
manipulate.
Was there.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's so embarrassing. That's the ultimate move. Just give somebody else's girlfriend money right in front of them.
Yeah, it is.
Give them like 300-400.
Yeah, that is pretty baller. Yeah. So they take you out to steak, and where'd you go? You went to Keen's or something in the city?
I only did it once, and I don't remember the name. It was like on 46th and like First Ave.
Okay.
I don't know what it was.
Some shit.
It was. It was good. It is weird, like when you
Oh
don't.
yeah, maybe Smith and Walensky.
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah, okay.
And you know, when you don't know who's paying, it's weird because you're like, you don't want to order the $100 steak.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just get the appetizer.
I'll get a little cup of soup.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, they got to tell you that ahead of time. So you got older Italians asking you to come out, and that's from your Instagram. That's from your doing videos lately.
Yeah, you know, the Italians really stick together.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
I really wish I was Italian for that camaraderie.
I got to start acting more Italian and less white trash. That's something I realized. Like, 17 years of the white trash fan base did nothing.
Yeah, they don't really give you much. It's like, you know,
some ranch
and they'll
dressing.
turn on you. The white trash fans will
in a
turn on you.
heartbeat.
They'll say, "Fuck you, big L for Dom, Dom loser,
Yeah.
loser, fuck you,
Talking
you
about
changed."
Yeah.
They're always talking about us changing.
yeah. Ever since you got that 10,000 views.
Yeah, you different now. You different. Once you got that K on Instagram, I don't know. It's just like you don't remember us.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think Italian's the way to go. Italian influencers are really at the top of their game right now.
Yeah, it actually brought the Italians back. Because remember when Italians were like, hey, you're just white, you know?
Yeah.
But then they started going on people would be like, white people and Italian people are the same. Until they started getting famous on TikTok and people see how they live.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, these motherfuckers are different.
Oh, they're not us.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
different.
They're not us.
Yes.
Yeah.
They not like us. But you're from Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Youngstown?
Youngstown,
Is that where
Ohio.
Chappelle does his shit?
No, he's like 3 hours away. But you know what's cool about Youngstown? The Richard Pryor special, when he goes, I was at a mafia club in Youngstown, Ohio. It was like 10 minutes from where I grew
Oh,
up.
sick.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Ohio. Did you like it? Every time I've been to Ohio, I say, I don't know if this is for me.
That's how I feel when I go everywhere but my hometown. Literally everywhere but New York and Italy. I can't stand. Like, I'll be honest with you. I was in
Italy?
Yeah. Oh, I love Italy.
Unless it's Sicily or the Bronx, I'm out. How many times have you been to Italy?
Like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I never been. I want to
Oh
go.
my God, you got to go to cheap flight New York to there. Boom, boom.
I know.
It's quick.
I know. Maybe the summer.
They got all those little hostels. I might even start fucking living there in the winter, to be honest.
Oh,
with
yeah,
you.
why not?
Like 3 months.
And I heard like in Europe, I've been to Amsterdam once.
Oh my
so
God, that's crazy. I've
fire.
never been.
Oh my God, you got to go. If you like shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everything legal in Amsterdam?
Yeah, I think so because I was doing shrooms and weed and publicly drinking.
Wow.
And I was naked. So
Holy
yeah,
shit.
just and they have the red light district.
Damn.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you hear so much about the red light district.
Yeah.
And you don't realize when you get there, it's just bitches our age.
Really?
It's just bitches our
They
age.
standing in windows, I
They
feel.
stand in the window.
Wow,
It's like a
that's
silhouette.
crazy.
And, you know, I was there. Some of them were on their phones.
Oh, that's terrible.
I was really picturing like va-voom, va-voom, like
Right.
Moulin Rouge, like la na 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 na.
Yeah.
These bitches our age who could be dental hygienists.
Wow.
Very unsettling.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I was picturing like the misses, like big titted misses.
I pictured it in my mind like it would be like Flushing, Queens, just a whole bunch of Chinese
Yeah.
girls.
Okay. Yeah.
You
look,
don't know who's like legit and who's not.
Right.
You
Right.
know? But
Right.
that's crazy. You could be like, I want her.
Yeah, you can. I know someone who went in there and he couldn't finish, and she got really mad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be hard. You're just like, you know, I don't know.
It's a lot of pressure.
Just picking up a prostitute. You
Right.
know, imagine you're waiting to go next.
Yeah, just getting softer by the minute.
How much longer till she's finished?
Come on, I want to get sucked off by a stranger.
Yeah. Did you wash your hands?
Yeah, it was.
Employees must wash.
Yes. And you know they're fucking ignoring that.
Oh my God. Especially over in
Employees must
Europe.
wash pussies.
You can't even find soap in Europe.
I know. And they had all those bed bugs in Paris like
Oh
last
shit.
summer.
Yeah, Paris is so dirty.
Paris and like all those old cities that were around in the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'll say about America. It is new.
Yeah, at
It is
least
a little fresh.
At least we bulldoze everything down.
Yeah. Yep. Ain't no TP to get us sick.
You know, it's crazy. In Italy, there's no toilet seats.
Really?
The girls just sit on the cold glass bowl.
Really?
I didn't see one toilet seat ever in Italy.
And was there a cover at all? Like put the seat up,
Nothing.
put the seat.
No.
And just as a whole?
Just a whole.
Damn.
Yeah.
And look at them not complaining.
No, Italian women always complain.
Right.
I realized, I was like, oh my God, these women are gorgeous. And then after I spoke to one, I'm like, fuck these bitches.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck this. You're annoying.
yeah, I was like trying to get out of the airport. I'm like, excuse me. It was the help center, right? And I don't really speak Italian. I'm on Translate. Like, I can get by a couple words. I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to find this area. And she's like, oh, do you have Google? Are you stupid? I'm like, holy
damn.
shit. Yeah.
And that explains all those bitches in New Jersey and why they're so fucking mean. Do you date Italian girls in your...
I haven't dated an Italian girl in a while. Had, like, it's dinner, but I haven't.
Oh, yeah, it's been a second.
Yeah, it's been I should do some Italian. No, but I probably would. I want to date somebody funny. I miss dating funny people. I feel like my last girlfriend made me less funny. Like, every time I crack a joke, she'd be like, I don't think that's funny. I do not see the humor in that. It would be like she was like so PC.
She was PC. Yeah, you can't be doing that.
You know, you're walking, you're with somebody. I like to make fun of people. I'd be like, babe, look at that dumb bitch. And she'd be like, well, why would you say that, Dominic?
Really?
Yeah.
Was she British?
Yeah. What if she just had brain damage?
She actually was British?
Yeah, she was British,
okay.
yeah.
So did she have bad teeth?
No, teeth were great.
Okay.
Yeah, that surprised me too.
She had not a good sense of humor.
No sense of humor.
Yeah, that's
But
rough.
she'd come to my shows and not laugh once.
Love that.
I tell her, hey, you can't come to my shows anymore.
Bitch, if you're going to sit there with a stone face.
Right.
The fuck?
Yeah.
And what did she do? What was her job?
She was a consultant for like some company.
Always.
Yeah, you know, always. And you know what's crazy with her? It's like when we met, I was like living in West Village. All my money went to rent. Like it was the pandemic. Rent was crazy. And she always wanted to eat out. I didn't know she made money like that, right?
And
like,
she was making you pay.
Every time. I was on food stamps, right? I would be like at the grocery store.
Yes.
She never seen a food stamp card like in EBT, right? And I'd be like, oh, babe, go get us some waters because I never wanted her to see it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd swipe the food stamp card.
Okay, can you go get some seltzer?
She'd be grabbing.
Do a lap.
Yeah, I was so bad with it, and she knew. Like women that eat like good sushi know good sushi. I don't eat sushi like that.
That's so weird.
I'd get grocery store sushi and dress it up. Like,
hilarious.
You know?
And she knew.
She's like, where did you get this? It's terrible. We got to call them. I'm like, no, I don't want to cause no problems.
No, it's all good. It's Nobu. I don't want to bother Nobu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, women know sushi. It's also very easy to tell when someone doesn't want to admit that they don't have a lot of money.
Right.
Well, I've been with people when their cards got declined and they're like, oh, my bank must think I'm in a weird place.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're a block from your house, bitch.
Oh, my God.
They're quickly pulling up their Chase app. Oh, all set.
The most embarrassing when you're out with somebody and they're just letting go. I ran into an old friend. He just came to the city for a weekend and he hits me up. He goes, yo, let's go dance. Let's go to a nightclub, meet some girls. I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. So where do we end up at? The Pear.
The Grizzly Pear.
Yeah. But then we leave there and we go to, he goes, I know a hot spot we could dance at. Takes us to a strip club, right?
Hilarious.
It was like on 33rd. It's like a real expensive one. So I'm like, bro, let's just take it easy. He's a little drunk. And I see, he's like, nah, fuck that shit. He's like, I just got married. I'm like, all right, bet.
Okay.
And we're not even in the club.
Celebrate.
2 minutes. We didn't even get through coat check. And I look at his phone. They just charged him $1,200. 2 minutes, right?
No way.
We get down. There's a bottle of champagne like 3 feet high, right? It's a Monday night. We're the only 2 people in the entire strip club.
Oh my God.
Downstairs. And he buys a VIP room. I'm like, dude, the whole fucking thing is VIP.
Bro, yeah.
He's going in. He's
Oh
touching
my God.
girls. These girls are being like, they're all about it because he's throwing
Of
money.
course,
like,
yeah.
Hands. He's all over them, right? And Sam, he's like, dude, fuck this shit. We're going upstairs. I'm
Bruh.
like, what, dude?
Dude.
And then we go upstairs to another empty room. And now this room is just guys in the hallway on the phone with their bank. This is such a scam fucking place.
Hilarious. Take the charge off now, please.
Right.
Please.
And you got
I
the
have a
girl,
family.
her titties are all out. He's
Yeah.
like, reverse the charge. You know, it's like she just fucking did
It's over.
over.
I don't think anyone's ever successfully reversed a strip club charge.
They told her. They were like, oh, you did 30 minutes. We got you on camera. We
Yeah,
clocked you.
it's over. Yeah.
And my buddy's drunk. I'm trying to talk him out of it. I'm like, dude, let's go outside and smoke a cigarette. Like, I'm just like, just get him out of the club, get his head right.
Yeah.
And they're like, sir, your card's declined. He's on the phone with the bank. He's all drunk. He's like, put it through. You know, they did the voice audio.
Yeah.
I feel like banks, they try to make sure you don't scam yourself. Like they know if you're fucked up.
They know, yeah.
They'll have you say it on voice audio that you want to put it through.
That's good.
They got him spelling his middle name.
Yeah.
And these strippers, they want the money. You know, it's been like 20 minutes now. It's like 3 a.m.
They're tapping their toes.
They're like, he's got it on speaker. They're like, Mr. Bankman, he wants to do it. He's just sitting there, put it through.
Let him do it, because you know what? He was here for 30 minutes, and we're going to take that fucking cash.
Right.
Damn.
And they got him. I think he dropped about, we were at the ATM after. He's trying to do an advance to go to like one of those Asian massage salons.
The fuck?
And then, you know, I'm like, buddy, it's a night. Like, the sun's coming up.
Yeah, we're cooked.
I didn't want to leave him be because I knew, like, this dude's fucked up a little bit. I'm trying to get him back to his hotel. And the bank says he spent 10 grand. I was like, holy shit.
Did he have money? Like, does he have money in his life, or is he just
I don't know,
insane?
But, you know, when you're married and you drop 10 grand, people are going to know.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
like the wife's finding out.
Oh, yeah, she's finding out.
And you're on voice record. Put it through.
Yeah.
Fucking, you hear the strip club.
Put it through. I'm at Sparkle Salon.
Right. They're like, let's play the audio. You hear the music in the back. She knows that.
Yeah. I'm in love with it. What the fuck is this?
You're cheating on me.
Yeah. Damn. Ooh, that would, you know what the worst thing would be if you were a wife, and I've heard of people being married and they didn't know till years in that he's been siphoning money away into different places, addicted to strippers or cocaine. And I think that'd be, rather than cheating, the worst would be a financial betrayal.
Yeah,
in a marriage.
You're married and going like $100K in credit card.
Yeah, and the wife has no idea.
I know a dude, he's going through a divorce right now. He has money, but he kept getting busted going in Ohio, going to those Asian massage spas. They got them everywhere, right? It's like, I never caught the hype of that because most of them I feel like are probably like dudes dressed as girls.
I know, right?
You know?
Or children.
It's like you see them. My buddy tried taking me one time to New York and the girl looked like Mr. Miyagi. I'm like, dude, you're going to let this girl beat you off?
Yeah, seriously, you're gay.
Yeah. Your feet are all black, your socks.
Yeah, that does not, I mean, yeah, it's just anything that like takes money that quickly away from you seems so scary.
What were you going to say? I never went to an Asian massage.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say I never got sucked into, but I was going to say more like gambling and stuff that like quickly takes your money away. It's so fucked. I have a friend whose ex-boyfriend is like $100K in debt from gambling.
Man.
Yeah, so fucked.
Crazy.
People like that can't stop. That's harder to stop than an alcohol or addiction because it's not.
Yeah.
It's like you walk by and you're like, oh, what's another?
Yeah, right. What's another 60 grand?
What's another 60K on the craps table?
In basketball, like with FanDuel and shit, I did this little road gig and I had Tom T. Remember Big Tom Farrell? He's wild. He's a nut. He's cool as shit. You remember if you've seen him. So anyways, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I'm doing a little road gig. You know, he has a car. So I'm like, let's go. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, bet. So he picks me up. We're going over the bridge. We did like one show and I don't know. We're going over like Washington Bridge to start the tour. He's going nuts over the basketball game. I don't really watch sports, right?
Right.
And he goes, bro, I fucking got 60 grand bet on this game. And he's like, I'm losing 60 grand. Like, and he's like punching the steering wheel. We're about to go on a 3-week tour of Ron Heron gigs.
Right.
So,
hilarious. I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, good for you.
Insight. Is he still around?
I think so.
Ron?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's his son now.
Oh, Ron Heron too.
Yeah.
So Ron Heron used to book fucking, and there was this whole thing where people called him out for not paying or something.
It was just
back
low
in the day.
money. It was like 19-hour drive.
Yes, and so you were on a 3-week Ron Heron tour
with a gambler. We're just started the tour. He's punching the steering wheel, right?
Yes.
And he's like, motherfucker. He goes, and then I guess they message him on the phone and they go, hey, we'll let you buy out now. He goes, yo, I could close it out. I could keep my 60 grand.
Yes.
And they were down like 4 or 5 points the other basket. And I don't watch sports, so I know nothing about sports.
Right.
So he goes, what should I do? I go, dude, fucking keep your 60 grand. I'm thinking this motherfucker needs money because I'm broke.
Right,
like,
yeah.
We got to do it.
I thought we were in the same boat.
Right. So he goes, yeah, fuck it. He goes, and he closes out. And then on the radio, you hear within seconds the other team gets the ball, and boom, 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 boom. He would have made 120 grand. He would have doubled his money.
So he lost 60K.
2 minutes into our tour, he lost 60K.
Hilarious.
I'm like, bro, I'm so sorry. He's like, no, I needed that. I need to get control. He's like, I'm losing my fucking mind.
He had that moment.
Listen,
to keep it.
You know Ron Heron gigs, how much you drive, right?
Yeah.
Now add on top of that, we had to drive to gamble legal states for the app to work. So he's like, I'll stay up all fucking night. We're going to Georgia. I'm like, what, dude? This show's like in Kentucky.
God, that is nuts.
He's like, I gotta bet the fucking game.
Dude, you were out with a junkie.
By the end of the tour, everybody was broke.
Yeah. Yeah. You also lost $60K.
Yeah.
But that's just because you were doing Ron Heron gigs.
Right. Ron's like, I'm like, Ron, I need more money. He always calls me to do a gig. He's like, let me manage it. I'm like, dude, I need more money. He's like, no, you don't. Listen, I'm going to give you the key to comedy.
Yeah.
He goes, refrigerator magnets.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that'll turn your life around.
Yeah.
Yep. You're going to want magnets.
He's all like, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's trying to manage you. Hilarious. Yeah. You don't need money. You need to give me 10% of your money.
Right.
Okay? Then I'll give you the keys to comedy.
You never did a Ron Heron gig, have you?
I never did, but the name, I'm remembering something about a big thing with him back in the day.
Yeah.
He definitely had messaged me or something.
I know he is a cocky dude. He's like a New York guy, but he is like, motherfucker, he'll like yell at you and shit.
Yeah.
Just, like, harass me on like social media.
Yeah, Caroline used to do comedy and back in the day and harass people.
He would go after everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, he was harassing.
Yeah.
I remember something with Comedy Fight Club or Matt Marin or something talking about Ron Heron.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The Heron gigs. Gotta love shitty bookers. I've been paid by every booker, but one shorted me, and I couldn't believe what he did. It was my hometown, and I sold it out like way crazy to where he had to change the venue.
Really?
And the dude still shorted me. I'm like, buddy, you made $5,000. Like, I was dumb. You know, I was doing the whole gig. Like, the original deal was, it was like every amount of tickets you sell, it goes up.
Yes. Yeah.
So he didn't expect me to sell more than like 150, and I sold like 250. So I'm like, by your math, it goes by the 50 tickets.
Yeah.
Like, he sold it to me like, he goes, hey, I got 50-seater room. If you sell it out 3 times, you know, it's like 300, 600, and 900. Like, so I go, okay, bet. So he changes it to 100-seater room.
Okay, yeah.
And he goes, you didn't sell it out 3 times. I'm like, dude, are you fucking, you know?
Yeah, they're always doing that.
And he didn't want to pay me, and I never had to go like this route. And I'm like pissed now. Like, I'm like, bro, I need the money. Like, it's 7 hours away from New York to do this gig. And I had to tell him, I'm like, dude, I was like, look, I'm shaking his hand. I never am like this. And I was like, look, dude, I'm not letting go of his hand. I said, dude, I'm going to break your fingers if you don't pay me right now. So with his other phone, he paid me on Cash App.
Nice. He had to get the other phone out.
I'm like, bro, think about
trash.
it. I got 200 people here that all love me.
Yeah.
Do you think, who's going to win the battle?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and if you short me, I will go around and tell everyone.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And it's a known spot for getting shorted. Like, it's I want to never do it. It's called the Funny Farm Comedy Club in Youngstown, Ohio.
I've never heard of it.
I know, like, he used to hit up, like, he tried doing something once, like a Youngstown comedy festival.
Okay, class. They're always trying to do festivals.
Yeah. And I think he, like, tried getting, like, some big comics, like Yamanika and Richie Redding or something, and it was, like, no tickets. Like, he didn't advertise. He did nothing, no fucking mic. So I don't know what happened, but so a lot of people in New York already know he's a shitty dude. Like, the word travels
it gets
fast.
around. It gets around. The same thing with, like, clubs on the road. There was, there's that guy who was running the Vulcan in Austin. I don't know if you spend much time in Austin.
No, I haven't been yet.
It's they used to do Kill Tony there. So the guy who ran it thought like, ooh, I'm the shit.
Right.
I'm going to open another club. So they opened this club in Fort Worth, and he's a kind of guy to be like, we take care of comedians. We pay you more. Like, all these other guys, they won't take care of you.
Yeah.
And then a week before I was supposed to go there, he had to cancel because the club was still under construction.
Yeah.
And then I was like, had to chase him for the money that I was like, you still need to give me this money. Because I blocked off the weekend.
Right.
Had to chase him for that. And he's still trying to do gigs in like a Holiday Inn lobby.
Oh, yeah. They always go to the Holiday Inn.
They always still go to the lobbies. Many hotel lobbies have been outfitted to be a comedy club.
Backs of steakhouses. I like when they're like, look, you can get anything from the left side. It's like, bro, it's
I love
$3 difference.
That's so fun. When they're like, yeah, you can do it from the appetizers and the small plates.
Yeah.
Anything above that, you're going to have to pay for, though.
Right.
Okay, thanks. No, I guess I'll get the jalapeno poppers.
Right, yeah. Anything that's not fried, you have to pay for.
Yeah, it's such a fuck you.
Do you have anything's not going to give me a heart attack?
I know.
By chance?
Oh, my God. It's such a fuck you.
You know, I just surprisingly did a show I thought was going to suck, and it was so cool. It's this new club. It's another Funny Farm Comedy Club.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to be clear. There's 2 Funny Farm Comedy clubs. So
Right.
I'm not want shit on the right one.
One has a rich harvest.
Yeah.
And the other is,
One's in Youngstown, Ohio. The other one's spelled farm like pharmacy, and it's a family-owned business.
Oh, okay, cute.
They treat comics great.
Where is that?
It's in this the weirdest town I've ever been in my life, Goshen, Indiana.
Okay.
Which is like
random.
The only thing open. Like I went there and there's no. I'm like it's Friday. It's Friday at like 5:00 and every bar is closed. Everything right. Friday at 5:00 like before the show. So I asked the girl at the hotel. I go, "Is anything open?" She's like, "Yeah, the post office across the street." I'm like, "No, like to drink."
Yeah,
at.
let me go to the post office. Hey, give me a beer.
And they're all like Amish. It was all wedding dress stores everywhere.
They're always wedding dress stores in those small towns.
Right.
Yes.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
But yeah, they were a mix of Amish and extremely like I guess it's what's the most Jewish you could get? That's what it was.
Like Hasids?
Maybe?
Orthodox.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. And
they didn't have the curls, but they were, Yeah,
they had top hats.
Really.
I even rode
like
the
Jews with a capital J.
Yeah, and it was a family friendly show. It's squeaky clean comedy.
Okay.
But the family's great. They paid me extra. I mean, they're just great people. But it's funny, like the town's so small that the next day at the airport, there was like 3 people from the show flying to Chicago. I'm like, oh, what are you going to Chicago for? He's like, to go to school. I'm like, what? And the kid, he's like on the phone with his mom 24/7. And then he goes, excuse me, this is my mother. Can you? I'm a stranger, mind you. This is how much his mother believes in him. And I go, hello? She goes, hey, I know you were the comedian at the show. My son told me. Can you watch him, make sure he's okay on the plane and stuff? And he had somebody switch the seat to sit next to me.
What?
I swear on everything. The mom's like talking to
the fuck?
The mom's talking to like the airport teller, and they're like, yeah, no, it's no problem. We'll find a seat for him.
What the
I'm
fuck?
Like, are you kidding me? So we watched Goodfellas, and I told
Nice. Yeah. Hell
his
yeah.
eyes were like this.
You want to be educated?
Yeah.
Plug in. Wow. Yeah, so you can do clean comedy.
Yeah.
I've struggled with that over the years. Yeah. I tried to submit for Fallon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They said I was too dork.
Really?
Because it was you know how you can be technically clean?
Yeah. The borderline
I hooked up with a man.
Yeah. I can't ever see myself pulling off a late night set, but the thing is, I'm not a clean person. I could do clean comedy because I had.
Did you start getting into it to do cruises?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine? Pow.
Some people are like, all right, this is a route.
I remember being like, oh, I want to get cruise ships so bad. My buddy Chris James was on them, another comedian.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, Chris James, shout out.
So I'm like, yo, man, I want to get on the cruises. He's like, no, you don't. I'm like, dude, I want to get on them, right? So
please.
I hit up all these cruise ship people. I finally got myself on it. And, at first I'm thinking, oh, this is dope. I'm the star of the ship, And I walk in, I'm like, what's up? The comedian's here. They're like, stand over there. Cruise ships, they treat comedians the worst.
Okay, so when did you start doing cruises? Like right after COVID then?
Yeah, 2021 and a half.
Okay, so right before COVID, you and I knew each other. We were doing the clubs in New York.
Yeah.
LOL Comedy Club, The Pair.
I heard LOL might be coming back.
Really?
Yeah, he hit me up.
I'll be in line.
Yeah, shit.
I'll be in line. I'll be there every night.
Go try some shit out. I missed that fucking room.
I only went there once because remember my ex-boyfriend would do it.
Did he?
Mandrew Chavone.
Oh, shit, that is right.
Yes. So I picked him up there once and I said, this is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They had like all these strobe lights going and crap like that. And then, so you and I, and we did Caroline's and Old Man Hustle and The Lantern.
Oh, The Lantern.
Back in the day, all these mics, Creek in the Cave.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit. And then you said, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to do cruises. As soon as it hit, I got them. I needed the money. It's crazy. Like COVID hit, and I ended up falling into this weird job where I made a ton of money moving. Like it was
nice.
a loophole.
Yeah,
like, it was an app on TaskRabbit, but just because COVID nobody really knew what was going on. It paid so much.
Nice.
Like, I was making $1,000 a day.
Really?
And it would be like some college girl moving a futon for $300.
And she's like, I'm so sorry for making you come out.
Yeah, really. They would be, oh my God.
Yeah, you're like, it's okay. My immune system is.
Yeah. You know what they would tell me? It was all these like Lower East Side and these East Village apartments. And they'd be like, no, charge another hour. My dad's paying for it and fuck him.
Hell yeah.
I'd be like,
nice.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, and then, like Black Lives Matter. So they were even more like like, fuck my dad.
Yo, I was actually
my
moving
racist
during
dad.
all that shit. Yeah, like I remember being down by like.
Would you put the couch on top of a protest? Just crowd surf all this stuff over.
Send it down.
How do you spell racist? NYPD.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I remember one time that I'm moving TVs into like Chinatown and bricks are falling from the ceiling. I'm avoiding bricks. Like people are throwing them over the roof.
Bricks. They're fucking throwing Louis Vuitton bags.
Marching.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, had this girl in my van. She's a customer. And I'm like over by like 12th Avenue or whatever, West Side Highway. And there's people like pushing my van.
Oh my God.
And there's a cop here. And I'm like, yo, what should I do? He's right by. He goes, floor it. And I gas it. And I see people are bouncing off my fucking
Charlottesville?
van. Yeah.
What the hell? That was you. That's
was
crazy.
Me. Yeah.
Okay, so you started moving. Then you started making some bank.
Yeah.
That was like 2020.
Got a little apartment in West Village.
Yeah, and you're still there.
No, I moved. I'm in Hell's Kitchen now.
Okay, word.
They priced me out of West Village.
It's fucked up. Yeah.
I used to be directly across the street from the Para, which actually wasn't cool. I'd come home with like a date and another girl would be sitting on my steps. I've been waiting for you. I'd be like, oh my God. I'd be like, babe, let's go get some pizza.
Yeah.
Text this fucking girl.
Turn around and don't look while I use my EBT.
Right.
What was the first cruise line you did? Was it like
I only
Carnival?
did Carnival. I couldn't even make it on any other ship.
What do you mean?
Because like Carnival has a comedy club and you get to do like 2 or 3 dirty shows and 1 clean one. Like
okay, got it.
These other ships you gotta do like 2 hours clean.
Yeah.
And
you have to have like different hours too, right?
Yeah. Like I have like, well, I mean, I have cruise. I have like 3 hours, but a lot of it is shit I would never really do in real life.
Right.
You know, it's like
you
stretch on the cruise.
It's a cruise ship, so you're like, hey, what's the deal with soda water?
Right. I try to make the jokes with people. I'll be like, yo, you know, I get people like in the audience and I'll get like reoccurring jokes with them.
Yeah.
Any way to stretch.
Little crowd work, make fun of the buffet.
Yeah. There was one dude, the biggest killer on the cruise ships, he does impressions of people at the buffet. He does.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny, he's a white dude.
Murders,
he does
probably.
all black people. He does Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, Tracy Morgan, Eddie Murphy, and like Chappelle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the kind of thing you can do on a cruise. You can be a white guy who does black impressions.
You should see some of these people that are outdated on these cruise ships.
Yeah, I believe it.
Their whole act is like an impression of an Indian person.
You can do that out there.
Yeah.
It's international waters.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
get canceled
insane.
on a fucking boat.
You're already canceled. If your job is doing cruise ships, you are canceled.
Yeah. It's like life already happened for you.
Yeah.
But you know, you go out on the cruise and sometimes you go to the buffet and you're the first one there, so you get the crab legs.
Yeah, buddy.
And you get the ice cream. I love doing my ice cream at the end of my meal. Self-serve.
You should see these Indian security guards. Like they have rules, right? The rules are in black and white and they follow them to the T no matter what. And there'll be girls like 90 years old in a wheelchair.
Girls, hilarious.
And they'll pick her up by her shoulders and drag her through the metal detector. It's like, listen, buddy, she's not stealing nothing from the Bahamas.
Right, yeah. You can chill. So you would go out basically every week? What was the longest cruise you did?
Well, I would leave for like 6 weeks sometimes and be back for 3 days. Yeah.
And it was one cruise for 6 weeks, or
no,
more like
bunch of different ones. Well,
okay.
I did one where it's like they do journey cruises, so it'll be a 3-month cruise, and then they'll fly you on and off. But the problem with that, it's like a guy came up to me, he's like, you know, me and my wife, he's like, I keep a note of all the comics. He's like, we've seen you 17 times. I'm like, okay, don't come tonight, please.
Yeah.
And then they sit right in the front.
Of course.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. So you're done with that. You're over it.
I'm so over it.
Yeah, now you're back in New York.
Yeah.
Kicking it.
Spending a little bit less money.
Yeah. I mean, it is a good way to save money when you're on a cruise. Do you save a lot of money?
Do you know who you're talking to?
Right. So probably not.
Yeah. Not at all. I mean, I save just enough to keep me able to not have to work. Like I always I budget it.
Yeah.
The lower the money gets, the more I budget. Like
right. I know. Yeah. You start panicking.
Once you get down to $11, you're like, okay, I got a month. I'm good for 1 month.
Yep. I got a month. And we're going to do $1 pizza, half a slice a day.
Let's get a bag of rice and some Saison.
A little rice. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little rice and some lentils.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
And I got fat doing the cruises. I gotta, because you sit in your cabin all day. It's like you could walk around a track like
you can only do so much.
It's the size of a bathroom. You can see the same people 20 times.
Yeah. I've only done one cruise. It wasn't like a traditional cruise. I just went with the Impractical Jokers.
Oh, sick.
So way different than what you did, but I can definitely see getting fat as fuck.
Oh, easy.
And I was drinking like a mofo. I'm surprised I didn't fall off the boat one night because I blacked out every night.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, with Impractical Jokers fans. Luckily, they're nice people, so they didn't rape me.
Can you imagine the videotapes if they wanted to be assholes?
I know, right? They could have. Yeah, they could. Yeah.
Yeah, the drinks for us are 97 cents.
Really?
Yeah.
Not free?
No, not free. But we drink in the crew bar, and it's 97 cents. I just shoot pool with Filipinos all the time. That's all I did on the cruise ship.
Yeah, I'd be drinking my 97-cent drink. Okay, 97 cents is so fucking weird.
And that's with the tip. It's so weird.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, and I'm drinking like Woodford Reserve, which is actually like a $20 whiskey in New York.
Might as well.
You tip them like $3 because they pay the workers by their wage in their country.
Okay,
so, like some people make $2 an hour, you know, on the cruises. So you throw them a $5 bill, it's like you're getting a full glass.
Yeah, they're like, oh, a king.
yeah.
I'm with the king.
It's the white man.
Yes, thank you, white man. Thank you.
It's funny, man. It's crazy. Like, I'm so blessed I'm not doing that. Like, living in those situations, they're like terrified. They'll be in the corner on their phone, and I come around the corner like, oh, I'm sorry. No, it's a family emergency. I'm like, dude, I'm a comedian.
I know. All good.
Right. It's all
crazy.
Good.
There's definitely weird vibes from the cruise workers. It feels like they're just still living a different life than you.
Yeah.
Living a different life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got like 11 kids.
Yeah. They got to send that $5 home.
Little egg whites.
Yeah. Yo, eggs are up. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Bird flu. What was your upbringing like?
It was very much Ohio. My father was like very strict. He changed a lot now, but he was very much like, he wouldn't just make me fight my friends. Like that's how I grew up. So I never really had any friends.
So he would say, go fucking beat up that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? For like respect?
No, just to do it. He'd be like, oh, you gotta be a man. What do you want to be gay? That was my father's biggest fear. He thought I was gonna be gay.
Oh my God.
To be fair, I couldn't.
To be fair, I am gay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, to be fair, me and my buddy were tapping each other's balls.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Why are you always grabbing your friend's dick, son? It's a game, Dad.
Dad, stop.
Yeah. Just kiss me on the mouth where Italian, please.
Please, tickle my balls.
Yeah, it was very much like that, you know, kind of just like always doing that, boxed a lot, worked on cars, and like, you know, that was pretty much it.
Your dad did?
Yeah, my dad was always fixing cars and working and shit like that. And, you know, I had an older brother. We'd always be fucking around doing shit. I had a fun upbringing, honestly. I liked that I got to grow up in a small, like, inner city town. Yeah. It's where you could walk up the block and hang with your friends and do all that shit. I couldn't imagine growing up in New York.
Growing up in New York is, that would be weird. I'm full suburbs. So just, you know, everyone's got to pick me up and you go to soccer practice.
When you go back home and you don't have a car, how much does that suck?
It's so fucked up. I'm like stuck at my mom's fucking house.
Right. And nobody's home. How come you never visit? Then you come home and nobody's hanging out.
Yeah. You never come home. And then when I come home, like, they're not there.
Right.
They leave me stranded with the fucking dog.
Oh, shit.
You order an Uber, it's 30 minutes away.
Yeah, I know. You can't even get them. I ended up walking home from my gig in Youngstown because I didn't want to like ride home with anybody. You know, when the show's over, like that's the thing about cruises too. It's like I like my fans and friends, but it's like when it's over, it's over. I don't want to be with you for a week. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I'll get an Uber, and everybody's looking at me weird. Like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, I'll get an Uber because in the day I got an Uber, it was easy.
Right.
So now it's 1:30 in the morning. No Uber. Had to walk home like in the snow an hour and a half. Like
really?
1:30 in the morning.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some cities I go to, it's just I'm screwed. Sometimes I'll rent a car when I go on the weekends because
it's
have such a pain.
Yeah, you have to. If I'm somewhere more than a day, you know, it's worth it. But yeah, how about when you get stuck in those little towns? All you go is hotel breakfast and Law and Order marathons, NYPD Blue.
It's so, and you like go back to the hotel shop like 5 times just to see maybe they added a different Dorito. No, Fritos. Yeah, Fritos and like 1 cup of Activia.
You know where I kind of screwed myself too because I didn't do the research with the food is have you ever heard of what's it called the Atlantis?
Yes.
They got a comedy club there, and they book you for 2 weeks.
The Atlantis, the resort.
Yeah,
Atlantis
in
Resort.
the Bahamas.
Yes,
yeah.
it was huge when I was in middle school. People were going remember like sandals?
Yeah,
It's like sandals.
Yeah. It's still huge. I mean, it's like a big New York thing.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of New Yorkers down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a turkey sandwich is like $29.
Ew,
for 14 days.
Yeah, you're like, I'm fucked.
I'm making like $70 a day when you do the
fucked.
math.
Yeah.
It's like $10 to clean your room.
Yep.
It's the biggest hustle.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so you did Atlantis.
Yeah, I did Atlantis, and the girl there has me. She's like, "Hey, can you buy me some Cheetos? I'm about to go on stage." She's like, "I'll tell the host to stretch." Like, I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
What?
She's like, "Yeah, it's there. It's like it's a 10-minute walk. The host will stretch in between the feature and you." I'm like, "Wait, well," I said, "Hold on." I'm thinking she's joking. I was like, "I have to go on stage."
Yeah.
And she's like the boss of the comedy club.
Yeah.
She's like, "If you don't get me Cheetos, you're never coming back here."
Oh.
So I'm like, "All right."
Okay.
$11.50 for a bag of
Insane.
Cheetos, right? And they were hot Cheetos because she's black. It's like I just figured, you know. She's like, "I don't." Yeah, she didn't want them. Saying she's like,
I don't want no hot Cheeto. Why you think I want hot Cheeto? Maybe because of the way you speak, act, and the acrylic nails. I don't know.
Yeah. So I take them. I take the Cheetos.
Yeah.
And made an enemy at the Atlantis over this, like from eating the Cheetos. So I'm like banned from the comedy club at the
Hilarious.
Atlantis over $11.50 Cheetos.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Bruh. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Did you start in Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really have any comedy clubs. We had like this little family-owned club, which was so hard to get up at. Like, it was such a small little club. Like, you maybe get up like twice, like once every 6 weeks. They do a contest for like to shut open micers up. Like, we'll sign you up for the contest.
Oh, yeah, the contest. The contest. That'll be good.
Yeah, bring 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had like Cleveland and Pittsburgh, but those clubs were like, it'd be like a huge, like Damon Wayans there. It's like you have no chance of getting up.
Yeah,
right?
like the Funny Bone or the Improvers.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So we would just go into little pizza places with like a Mr. Mike. Me and a couple guys put together a little thing. So I didn't really even know what comedy was. I was so dumb. And I'm older. Like I'm 39.
Mm-hmm.
Like the internet was like different back. I didn't.
Yeah, you started when you were like 25 or something, or 23?
Yeah, I started when I was 23. Yeah, right there. But I did it in Ohio for so long to where I didn't know like comedy at all. I didn't even watch a good comedian in my life.
Yeah, that's how I was too.
A little bit on TV.
I kind of just started.
Yeah. And I wasted like 3 years, I feel like, in Ohio, like getting up 5 times a year, writing the dumbest fucking jokes, Yeah. And then I came to New York and I'm like, oh, this is real comedy. Like,
yeah.
And 1 month in New York, I did more stand up than I did in 5 years.
I know. Yeah. It's so much. And you get better so much quickly.
Hell yeah.
So fast. So I heard you always have a wad of cash on you.
Yeah, it's all fake money. My brother sent it to me. You know what's funny? My brother, he's like a independent filmmaker, so he's all about the props and the cameras.
Okay, yeah.
So it's my birthday, right?
Yeah.
And he sends me like fake money for my birthday, and I'm broke, right?
Right.
Like I need real money. Like I'm in the negatives at this time. Like,
right.
You wait on these big checks. Like you might get a check for 10 grand from the cruises, but sometimes it might take 6 weeks instead of 4.
Right.
And you're like,
Okay.
So my brother's like, hey, I sent you this money. And he goes, I wanted to surprise you, so I sent it to your old apartment. I'm like, well, how are you going to surprise? I don't live there anymore.
Right.
So I had to contact the person I used to live with trying to get the money.
God.
He's like, I'm never home. He's like, it was like a package you got to sign for.
Right.
So I'm like, Rick, just, forget about it. I'm thinking it didn't cost anything. I'm like, I'm not about to go to the post office. And I'm only in town for like 6 more hours.
Yeah, you're like, it's probably a koozie or something.
Right. So and he goes, well, it was really expensive. It cost me like $300. And I'm like, well, what is it? He goes, it's fake money. I got so mad because I was like negative $66
Fuck
at the
you,
time.
bitch.
I'm like, dude, why wouldn't you send me real money,
Yeah,
bro?
what the hell?
He's like, you're going to use it for your skits. And I use it in like every single skit.
Okay, word.
And it looks real until you hold it next to some real money, but
right. Yeah. So you always have that on you?
No, imagine if I just pulled it out.
That's a power move.
I had to quit bringing it because I accidentally paid for a drink at the bar with it. And the dude's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Get out of my fucking bar!
I'm like, dude, I make movies. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm Scorsese. That's my bad.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
And you worked at a car dealership? Caroline told me that.
Oh, yeah, my whole life. Yeah, I did.
Did you work in one in New York, too?
No, I tried. I did car detailing in Youngstown. I got good at it, like in Ohio. And you can make a lot of money when you know what you're doing.
Right.
And when I came to New York to try to do it, I go, hey, I detail cars. I'm going to bust them out quick. I'm good. And he goes, I don't think you're going to be like our detailers. And I look, it's like 10 Mexicans done with a car in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this ain't going to work.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed having a fuck off job. Like, I dropped out of school. Like, and I just started working at a car wash.
Like you dropped out of college or high school?
Yeah. Do you think?
I don't know. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
You hear how I
didn't know if you were at Youngstown CC.
Yeah.
Or flying to Chicago from Indiana to go to school.
Yeah, I quit school pretty much in the 9th grade. Like,
really?
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, it's the way to go. Waste of time anyway.
Me, like in the 10th grade, they offered it to me, and I quit again.
They offered what to you? School?
Like a vocational school to do like construction.
A little BOCES or something.
Right. They were like, you can do construction. Why don't you do that? And I was like, all right, because you know what happened? I lied to the guidance counselor when I dropped out. She's like, I don't want you to drop out. And I lied. I'm like, you know, my family does construction. I'm going to make $500 a day. And she's like, oh, well, if you're going to make that type of money, then yeah, you should drop out. Because she tells me, she's like, you're in learning disability classes. Like, what's really going to happen for you?
Listen, you're a lost cause.
Yeah. Saying I was working doing food samples at the mall, and she's like,
okay,
hey, she's
like teriyaki and stuff like that.
And she comes in after I told her I do construction.
Yeah,
she goes, well, are you doing 2 jobs?
Yeah, construction during the day, food samples also during the day. But you ended up at a car dealership?
Yeah, and I had a blast. I was the boss. I was like 16 years old. I moved out. I lived out of my house.
In high school?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Well,
sick.
I was out of high school because I quit school.
Right.
And my dad's like, hey, if you ain't going to go to school, you got to move out. And he's like, you're going to thank me for this later. It's going to teach you a lot. And it's like, yeah, I learned how to file bankruptcy.
Yeah. I learned how to apply for food stamps.
Yeah. So
they even gave me WIC checks.
But it was cool. I was the boss, and I hired 2 of my friends, and we just had a fucking
And it was
blast.
a used car?
No, it was a Buick dealership.
Damn.
So it was new cars, yeah.
Yeah, they let you be the boss?
Yeah, I was the boss.
And you were walking around telling people what to buy?
Yeah, well, no, I was just the boss of the car wash area.
Oh, okay,
like my buddies,
got
basically.
it, yes.
And there isn't much to do. It's basically being the boss of the car wash places, making sure you have 2 workers there. Like, basically, you let him go on break him, because if they sell a car, they need people. But they were like, hey, I remember one guy tried telling me, he goes, yeah, there's cameras up here, because I was like smoking a cigarette or something, and I could have blew the whole shop up. And I'm like, bro, if there was cameras up here, I would have been fired years ago.
Yeah, bitch.
Like, the shit that we did.
Yeah.
Imagine your 16-year-old boss. I would fuck off all day.
Oh, yeah.
We made this fake dick out of like paper towel and a bungee cord.
Yeah.
And we'd put it in our pants, like to prank people. Like, and you'd see them looking like, I mean, we even took a razor blade and carved a tip in it.
Oh my God.
You could see the tip.
Weirdos.
And you'd see girls like looking, and we'd be like, so you want me to wipe the windows?
Yeah.
And they keep looking. But then, it gets old after a while. And we had workers that would work there too, like grown men. My buddies were all young, and these guys are like trying to support their family.
Yeah.
They like got out of prison or some shit, right?
Yeah.
They're washing cars. They're 43. They didn't plan this out. And I'm their boss too.
Right.
I'm like, Mike, you got to wash it again. Like, I'd set them up.
Go back.
I'd be like, Mike, I need you to vacuum the inside of that. Then I'd tell my buddy, yo, go bump into him with the fake dick.
Hilarious.
My buddy'd be bumping into people with it.
Hilarious. Innocent men.
Shit, yeah. Now it's sexual assault, but this was in the early 2000s.
Back in the day, yeah. Pre-Me Too. Pre-Harvey Weinstein, you could do anything you wanted. Yeah.
But that used to be fun.
Did you work it there until you basically moved to New York?
Yeah, and that's what actually made me bite the bullet. It's funny. I was actually messaging people like I didn't know what to do. I came to New York, and this is like I said. This is like I had like a bullshit phone without internet. I had like a Razor when I first came here. So, and I didn't have a laptop, so I couldn't find one open mic. I didn't do any research, right? So I just went to comedy clubs, and everybody's like, "No, you can't get up. What are you, fucking stupid?"
Right.
Like,
yes, I am.
Yeah,
I am. I left school at 9th grade.
Yeah, certified.
Yeah.
Here's a paper.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Certified retard. Pulling through.
So I was like, fuck, New York's out. So I just started Googling like comedians, like LA comedians, New York comedians on Facebook and shit. And I was like, where should I go? And one of them got back to me, and it was Suba. Suba, right?
Suba Aguila.
Yeah. She's like, oh, you need to come to New York if you want to get good at stand-up. You can get up a ton. And I was like, she's like, get here ASAP. And she's like, meet me at the Creek in the Cave when you come here.
Damn.
So I went to work, and, I've been saying I was going to move to New York for like 3 years, but I was too afraid.
Right.
Because I had a house. I had to get rid of my house and file bankruptcy on it. I was engaged to a girl.
You were?
Yeah.
Really?
I gave it all up for comedy.
Nice.
Yeah.
You cut that off. No pregnancy scares, right?
I cut it off. Well, one time I remember I was leaving the bar and she was out with her friends and we stopped by another bar and she was in the snow crying with her panties around her ankles. And I'm like, I think New York's probably the better chance for me.
Yeah, I'm done here.
Yeah.
You're weird.
We're going to file bankruptcy on the house, babe.
So then you cut that and moved.
Yeah.
Now you were like 25 or something. 26?
Yeah, well, I was still in New York, and I got an apartment because I chickened out. I drove up here to move here and didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
And I had a friend here, and he's like, "Yeah, call me when you get here." And then I guess he didn't think. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna stay on your couch and this and that." So when I was coming up, I guess he was going through a divorce. So he's like, he wasn't answering. He's like, "Dude, you can't stay here." So I'm in Times Square with like my guitar and fucking.
Looking like Bob Dylan in that movie.
The guitar that I still don't know how to play.
Of course, yeah, but you had to bring it.
Had to bring it.
A little bohemian vibes.
Everything.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to busk on the subway with one chord.
So I was here for like 4 hours and I'm like, fuck this. I kept going back home and then I ended up coming here. I met Suba. I did the creek, but I couldn't really work it all out. And I was like not getting up. Youngstown's like 7 hours away.
Yeah, so you're driving back and forth?
Yeah, I guess I should mention. So originally I found a place on Craigslist when I was actually going to move here. Mm-hmm. So I found a place on Craigslist. After my friend let me down, I'm like, all right, I'm getting my own spot. So I go, it's like deep in Brooklyn. And it was like a scam shit.
Yeah.
So I get there and the guy's like, yeah, we need $1,500. And something didn't feel right. You know? I didn't have a bedroom. There was like a yoga mat.
Okay.
And the dude's like, yeah, he's like, look, man, I got to stay another month. So we'll just share this room. And the dude's just like beating off. I'm like leaving. I'm like, dude, this is so fucked up.
This is fucking weird.
And he's like, is this because I'm gay? It's like, dude, you're fucking jacking off. I'm in the room with you.
And yeah, it is because you're gay.
Yeah, a straight man jacking off, no problem.
Fine.
I know you're not interested.
Yes. Did you give him the $1,500?
No, I left. Good. So I left, and this dude from inside the house sees me outside, and he's like, "Yo, man, those guys are crazy. I was trying to tell you. He goes, take off that gold chain, man. They're waiting for you over there. You're gonna get robbed." And it's a true story. So I'm like, dude, are you fucking for real? And he goes, yeah, man. And I take it off, and he robbed me. He snatches the fucking chain and ran.
Damn.
So I'm
welcome
like,
to New York.
Right. So and they kept pushing it till later. I was supposed to go. He's like, I work late, come at 11. Then all of a sudden, it's like come at 2:30 in the morning. I should have known. But I'm not street smart like that.
Right. Well,
so,
Ohio, a little guy from Youngstown, Ohio.
Right, learning disability.
How's he gonna know?
Yeah,
you were probably in like Canarsie or some shit.
Couldn't read the signs. Yeah. And I had money on me, so I just told a cab. The only thing I knew about New York was Times Square, so I told a cab like, "Hey, take me to Times Square." And I did that, and I ended up finding an apartment at the Producers Club. This girl was bartending. Yes. And, it kind of all fell into place. So I was walking around. I walked from Times Square. I never knew about the comic strip, right?
Yeah.
Like every club I knew about in New York, for some reason, like the 2 or 3 times I've been here, I never knew the comic strip. I'm just randomly walking, and I walk by it. So I'm like, oh shit, this place is like cool as fuck, because it had the history.
It's
like,
cute.
And
it's super cute too.
Before the renovations too, like so it was like old school.
It used to be old school, like wooden everywhere, 70s, 80s vibes.
And I walk in, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like I'm like, hey, I want to get on stage, and it was DF Sweedler or whatever.
I don't know them.
And he's like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. You gotta take my comedy class or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he's like, they do an audition in June. This is like January 20th, right?
Right.
And
you're like,
saying it was like Chuck Nice and Roberto Vanderpool were standing there. And they're like, yo, what's up? You a comedian? I was like, yeah, I'm trying to move to New York. How's it going? I told him the story. So
did you have your guitar?
With me? Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, no, I wish. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't steal that shit. They stole little ass gold chain. But I told him the story. I told Chuck, I was like, well, I was in Brooklyn. Let's just take off your gold chain. You're going to get robbed. And they start cracking up. I'm like, bro, you got to tell that on stage. And then they go, matter of fact, and they knock on Richie's door. I didn't know Richie was the owner. He's like an old man.
He's old, and he stays in his office.
And he's like, you moved there to do comedy, Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was like, but I can't get up at this club because this guy said I got to take his class and this and that. And I told him what happened with the chain, and he laughed. He goes, well, I own the club. He's like, come back tomorrow for an audition.
Nice.
So it's like January. Nobody auditions in January.
Right.
I come, they're like, oh, Richie's not here. Then the next day, right? I'm getting a hotel every night.
Yes,
I'm not living here yet. And the next day, it's like there was a water pipe broke, which means no tickets sold today.
Yeah, of course,
right?
Of course.
And then it's like Richie got pneumonia. I had to go back to Ohio, right? And then I come back to New York. I finally get the audition. He goes, you can't write a joke to save your life.
Richie!
Yeah. But he goes, there's something about you I like. He's like, I feel like you got the it factor. He goes, you could learn how to write jokes.
Okay, nice.
Unfortunately, I never did. But,
Right. You could learn. Did he pass you? Like, did he say?
Yeah, he passed me. So I was
Nice.
like, I got to move here. And then I found that night, I found the room at the producers club.
Yes.
You know?
And that was like, what, like 2000?
That was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I moved here in about 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you posted up, then you started doing a bunch of shows and stuff.
Yeah. I remember back when we first moved here, you could do like 7 mics in a day.
Yeah, it was
You probably
fire.
Still could, but I don't know about it.
I don't
think you
know.
could.
I really don't think you can.
And it's not
because they don't have
supported.
like the Creek. They don't have.
Right.
You could go from like the Creek to QED to Broadway to blah blah blah. And there was always a midnight mic somewhere.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, by the end of the night, I was like, I'm the funniest fucking person in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, we wake up and it's a blank slate, and you're like, well, I have to do it all over.
Until you're on the train for 3 hours.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not that funny.
Maybe I stink. Until a guy named Imagine asks you to do a show in the Bronx.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, wow, I'm not funny at all.
Yeah, get the keys out.
Yeah.
Keys out on that motherfucker.
Yo, that was Jay-Z's crew behind you. You know that, right?
I remember when I first moved to the city, I had the biggest reality check. Do you remember Durden's by the original stand?
What was it called?
Durden's. It was like a Fight Club bar. It was like not far from the original stand.
Never heard of it.
It was the first show I got booked on, like the real show in New York.
Yes.
And I go in, it's not an open mic at all. It's like a full bar, like 40 people.
Yeah.
And I never watched Fight Club, sadly, so I didn't know anything about the whole bar's Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a silhouette of Brad Pitt's back made out of chalk. And I'm like, who the fuck is this?
That's so fucking
The
gay.
whole audience turns on me.
Hilarious.
They're like, this is Durden's. And I don't get it. I'm like, dude, I know it's fucking Durden. And you know what made me mad? The host, right before he goes, hey, man, and I know he was lying.
Yeah.
He tells me, he goes, the booker of the stand's here, which he wasn't, you know.
Of course,
because,
because
why
he
the
lives
fuck
in
would he be
fucking
there?
North Carolina.
Right.
Why would he be here? He's cooking food for inmates at his jail that he works at.
And he goes, so don't fuck this up. And he's
Okay.
like, I just got this show, which is like the worst thing you want to say.
Of course,
to
now you're all
somebody.
nervous.
My knee was shaking. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm normally better.
Sweating.
And I walk out, and this place was like by the. I covered my face walking out of the bar, and I had it all the way covered to where I'm like, I was just in the zone. I bombed so bad.
Yep.
Like I just gave up my whole life to come here.
Yes.
And I realized this isn't for me.
Right.
And I walked right into Jeff Ross, like he's at the stand. He's at the stand. Like I was going to the stand to watch somebody. And I go, dude, I can't believe I ran into you. I said, I just bombed so bad. I don't know if I even got what it takes.
Yeah.
He goes, bro, you're going to bomb a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, keep fucking bombing. Bro.
Yeah, true. But when it happens early on, you're like, my life is over.
Yeah.
I remember bombing at like a Laughing Buddha mic and being like, I'm done.
Yeah, I paid you guys so you laugh.
Yeah, I paid you $5 plus $6 for a drink.
I need the tape.
Yeah, I need that. Dude, when I started doing comedy, I would do those Laughing Buddha mics. Every night I'd be taking a single $20 bill out of the ATM.
Oh, yeah.
ATM charge was $4.
Oh, fuck.
That was when I had no money. Just keep slipping that debit card in. Ooh, I'll do another mic, sure.
I went 10 grand in credit card debt doing mics.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
some of it went to beers, and you're fucking around, but a lot of it was cash advance.
Yep, so much.
I was walking dogs doing it.
I had like a job, but I could not get my footing.
Right.
Then I started, once you're in your early 20s, you figure out credit cards, you can just keep opening them.
Right,
All
lie
right.
about how much you make.
Yep, sounds good. Swipe
Yeah.
away.
That's how it happened with me. I was at the Creek. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking broke. And Daniel Parafan's like, get a credit card.
Of course, Daniel Parafan said that.
He goes, just lie about what you make.
Yeah.
He's like, put $300,000.
Hilarious.
They gave me a $2,000 limit.
My first card, I had $1,500.
And I'm like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
5-6 cards later, Barclays
Yep.
Discovery.
Yeah, I had that too. I had the Barclays student card or something.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You get that annual fee.
Yes.
You're like, fuck
Yeah.
you.
God damn it. I had no idea. Such a fucking mess.
Those annual fees. I just went down a rabbit hole after my breakup. I don't know what was wrong with me. I mean, I got fat, so I didn't want to date. Like, my girl made sure I got fat before we broke up.
In this past relationship.
Yeah, and I went down this, like, OnlyFans rabbit hole.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with me.
Right. Well, how long were you guys dating? A few years?
Yeah,
A year and a
4
half?
years,
4 years.
4
Yeah.
years.
So if OnlyFans kind of came out during that time, you as a man, you probably say, I'm going to go check this out.
Check this out. And, you know, it was one of those relationships where to like, you know, when you're pretty much living with somebody, I mean, we're over each other's houses every night. Yeah. Like she knew my laptop and shit. Like, right. So it's like, you know, if you can look at porno or something, you see it on your laptop. Everything's connected with Mac. I hate
that.
Yeah.
Bro, you're on your iPad.
You can't even cheat no more.
You can't cheat. And like, you know, I had someone stop at my house and I forgot my desktop probably has things popping up on it. So I can't do anything. Right. Can't do anything.
So she'd see, oh, you like that, huh? It'd be like some girl getting a facial or something.
You're like, yeah.
It would always be a girl that didn't look like her.
Of course.
Bother her
of
so
course,
bad.
Yeah.
So I had to go like, you know,
damn.
I had to fly straight for a few years.
Right.
So when I got
done, of course you broke up and so you're going to go check shit out.
You know, you're scrolling. It's like OnlyFans. Yeah. It's like free 1 month. And then dude, those charges hit and it's like, fuck.
1 month flies.
I'm on the phone with the bank. Like, yeah, I didn't approve this.
Yeah, you're just like the guy at the strip club.
Right.
Yeah.
Buying tapes and shit.
One charge to fucking Riley, whatever her name is. I never been on the OnlyFans website, not to brag.
Yeah, I had an OnlyFans. I was doing this thing, which now I regret it, but you know, I'm gonna get rid of it. But I knew a girl that was paying me to be on it. Okay. And I still have one more tape, and she's like, "You owe me that tape." And I don't want to give it to her because you could see my tattoo on my leg.
Oh, so people know it's you.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I can't. She's like, so I'm trying to like, fuck, I gotta find somebody to blur that out.
Yeah, you could find someone.
But it's gotta be somebody cool enough that I don't mind them seeing my dick.
You could, any videographer would be like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it should be, I just uploaded it too. They're all little
Do you want me to make your dick bigger?
Yeah, they're like, I can clip it out if you want me to.
You should have shot it from a lower angle.
Yeah, no, I could put captions on if you want. They don't care. Yeah, they're like, I'm on it.
Yeah, I'll put captions on it.
They don't even know. So you were posting stuff on there?
With CapCut.
Yeah, can you do CapCut and then post a reel too, just to shout out, let people know that I'm on there?
Yeah, well, no, I just had to create the OnlyFans account. Okay. Because you're not allowed to work with a male talent if they don't have an account. And you're like holding your passport up. Like reality really sets in. Like after the deed is done.
Yes.
Like, you know that post-nut syndrome when it's over and you look over and you're like, oh, what am I doing?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine doing that, then holding up your passport.
Yep. Getting a verification code.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck, my devices are all over the place.
Yeah.
So you racked up some debt trying to look at OnlyFans after your breakup.
Yeah.
And you broke up a few months ago?
It's been about 6 months now.
Okay.
So it feels good. I just started hanging out again, going on some little dates.
Yeah,
I'm just scared to date comedians in a way.
Yeah.
Remember I dated that one and she was a lunatic?
Yes, I do.
So
yes, I do.
I feel like she burned so many bridges.
But she was like lunatic with a capital L.
I was at the cellar.
People were probably like concerned for your well-being.
I'm sure they were.
You probably didn't even know.
That's true too. You know, I remember I was at the cellar one time eating, and she just comes in screaming as loud as you possibly could. I just put like $25 down. I knew my bill was $25.
Get out, yeah.
Told the waiter I was out.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but there's something fun about it. She was funny. She helped me write some.
Right, funny.
I still use some material from her.
Right, but nutty.
Funny, but nutty.
There's some non-nutty ones out here.
Yeah, no, there's some nice ones.
But you gotta tread lightly.
Yeah.
But you should definitely date someone who's funny and who laughs at your jokes.
Someone that's funny and like it's crazy. I grew up now. Like I was at the bar last night and this girl was a little drunk. And I'll be honest, I'm a little lonely. I'm feeling like you know you're a little hard up. But I'm like, look, you don't want. I was like, you're drunk. We don't want to do this. You know. So it's like, I don't know, the comedians I meet are like the hoe ones, and I don't want to do that really right now.
Right.
Like,
well, once you get past the hoes, you'll find more
I need to go to maybe different venues.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of there's more hoe comedians than ever before.
You know what the move is as a guy comedian? Mm-hmm. To go to the open mics.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're winning.
Yep, winning.
They see that blue check.
Murdering. You do your A stuff.
Yeah.
You do all your A material.
Yeah.
I think I got some new jokes. Just murder and then wait.
Yeah.
And then she goes up and you say, you're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
She bombs. You're like, wow, I love this stuff about your cat.
You know, if we work together on that.
Yeah. Ask them to write.
Come over my place, 2 a.m.
Meet
up.
Off work. Yeah. Ask them to write, and then they come over with a notebook.
It's funny when now I actually want to write because my job, I make money from social media now, so I have to constantly put out skits.
I know, yeah.
And it's like I'm always meeting up with girls because it's like it's easier for me. Dating shit's so easy for me. It's like a guy and a girl can make a funny skit together. Like I don't really do too many guy on guy skits. Like
Right. Yeah.
I'll meet up with girls like, yeah, let's make a skit, let's write. And I could tell they're so brainwashed from all the people fucking. They'll be like, wait, oh, you actually want to do this?
Yeah, it is true.
They think I want to fuck. I'm like,
I had a guy who was married, and when I first started, he was trying to get me in. He was like, come back when Dangerfields was open. Come to Dangerfields. I'll introduce you to the booker.
I know people.
Yeah, acting like he was, I see something in you. And then I started dating someone, and he stopped talking to me fully. Oh. He wouldn't look me in the eyes. I'm like, you have a wife.
Right.
And you're 400 pounds.
Oh,
How dare you fucking think I was going to fuck your ass?
Right. It's disrespectful to you. What about, I don't like when I'm talking to a guy and they stand on their toes. It's like I'm starting to notice this thing
What's that
now.
about?
I don't know, but it's like 3 dudes I know now that stand on their toes.
Yeah.
Like when they speak to
you. They're trying to let you know.
I'm bigger than you. It's like, no, buddy, we're the same height. You're standing on your toes.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Freak show.
You got to look at people's heels.
I know.
It's all in the heels.
They're always standing on their yeah. Because those kind of guys they'll snip you in the Achilles tendon.
Oh, those are the guys that will. Yeah. Oh, now you need me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll push you around.
Exactly. Dominic, I had a great time with you today.
Me too.
Where can we find you?
Everything Dominic Leonelli, and then honestly, that Dry Salami podcast. I'm up to about 100 episodes, and I just became a co-host on a cool podcast, actually, where I told the infamous mushroom story, which is Troublemakers. Also, so if you want to check that out,
check it out. Go see Dom. Follow his stuff. We're gonna end with a hotline call.
All right, let's do it.
We have a hotline called Fucked Up People is Anonymous.
Yeah,
FUPA, and people confess to fucked up shit they've done. Ooh. Did you do anything fucked up in the past couple weeks?
Life. Oh, past couple weeks?
Or can you think of a good story where you would call in and say, confessing to some fucked up shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I can confess to this. I mean, I'm sure there's a statute of limitations. Well, this is all,
it's all comedy.
It's all entertainment.
None of this is, I'm a man. Ugh.
But no, I grew up with a lot of fucked up friends. Like I've had friends that would like blow up people's cars in my neighborhood and shit, like just for fun.
Yeah.
Or like my buddy, he never had a driver's license because he was always doing fucked up shit. Yeah. Like, and we out to eat at Perkins, right? Like after a late night out, you know, it's like 7 a.m. We shouldn't even be outside.
Yeah, I haven't heard Perkins in years.
Right.
Love that.
And he had a truck, right, with like these fake back bumpers and shit, and he's laying on the horn at Perkins after we eat, right? He's we're outside in the parking lot, and people are coming outside, and he's like, hey, get Joey, and nobody knows who the fuck Joey is, and he's just being funny. We're laughing. He gets the whole restaurant outside looking for Joey. Then he drives into all of their cars right in front of them, just completely destroys every car in the parking lot and takes off.
What the fuck?
I'm scared shitless. Yeah. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Dude.
Just straight up psychopaths. I used to hang out with straight up lunatics.
Yeah. That's like that Northeast. It's like that the winter is long. Yeah. And I think it makes people wild out.
It gets darker earlier.
Yeah, because that was same around Buffalo. Like I was with people once, and we were at an ice cream place, and this guy took a kid's bike.
Oh shit.
And we just went home and spray painted it black for no reason.
Just
you
out
don't
here
for
stealing.
No reason. You just do that.
Yeah, it's like fun shit to do.
Yeah, and the cops showed up at everyone's doors, and
oh shit.
Yeah, they never came to mine, but I was nervous for like 3 years.
Yeah, we had a cop thing. We used to around the holidays we'd switch all the neighbors' manger sets, like. And then we'd sit back and watch them argue over it, like or switch the porch furniture.
You took my Jesus. Yeah, you just fuck around.
The fuck are you doing?
Yeah, we'd fuck around. We'd ding dong ditch. We'd throw rocks at people's doors. We'd prank call. We would open mailboxes for no reason. Yeah, all sorts of crap.
Yeah, the good old days before cameras.
I know. Yeah, before all those Ring cameras.
We got to live that good free life.
I know. Now you can't do shit. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for calling the FUPA hotline. How can we help you?
So, long time ago, my mother had a girlfriend who, it was like longtime friend, turned girlfriend, whatever. She lived in another state. Well, every once in a while, she would come and visit, right? Well, she would bring her daughter. That was just kind of, off the beaten path. She was kind of a black sheep. Okay. So they would just go off and like drink and have fun and whatever, be girlfriends. And we were just kind of left to just like watch TV. We didn't know anything about each other. So we came to a mutual agreement that we would start a sexual relationship. And it obviously made her more excited to come visit and be more prone to come visit. Mm-hmm. So for almost 2 years, I had a sexual relationship with my mom's girlfriend's daughter.
Okay.
Oh, it's the daughter. I thought the elderly woman.
Right, yeah. Okay. Not the worst thing.
That's normal.
A little stepsister kind of vibe.
Yeah, honestly, if you didn't... Oh, wait, your mom was dating the girl?
The mom was dating his mom. His
I
mom
thought
was
they were
dating
just
the woman.
friends.
I think they were.
She kept saying girlfriend, but I didn't know if that meant like platonic,
right?
Like girlfriend.
Yeah, because you know sometimes your mom's like, "When I'm with my girlfriends," I'm like, "Mom, stop! You sound like a lesbian."
Yeah.
But
hey,
you know,
I said that he did the right move.
Yeah.
You know,
unless he was an adult and the girl was underage. Then,
then that could be a mistake.
Yeah, not really my problem.
Add details and remove details.
A lot of details removed. Yeah.
I feel like by the sound of his voice, his mom was gay, though. I don't know.
It sounded like she was. Yeah. It sounded like she was gay. So he was basically fucking his pseudo stepsister.
Yeah.
Which happens. I know people who have fucked a stepbrother. And do you have step siblings? Your parents are together? Or?
Yeah. Well, I'm the only one with my parents. My mother had my brother, and then she married my dad. Had me.
Okay.
Then
so your brother's a half brother.
Yeah. But it's like But I call him my full brother. But yeah. And then when my mom passed away, I set my dad up with a girl. Actually, my girlfriend's old babysitter. And
really?
Then I got my little sister who's cool as hell. She's the best.
So your dad got with the babysitter?
He got with my girlfriend's babysitter, at the time.
Yes.
And my sister's cool as shit. Like, she's a welder. She's so high.
Really?
She hunts. Like, she'll gut a deer. I can't do none of that.
Oh, nice.
I tell everybody, like, she's the son my dad always wanted.
Yeah. He gets her football for Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's go in the backyard, throw the pigskin.
She's a welder.
Dominic, go paint your nails.
Yeah. Go do some gay shit, son.
Yeah, I tried to get you not to, but I guess it didn't work.
Yeah.
So go do your comedy. Well, that was a good confession. Nice and regular, I suppose, unless she was like 12.
Yeah, right.
Not really my problem.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for tuning into the Madhouse. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.